Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. What are you looking for?
My pokey.
Oh, your pokey tool. So, welcome everybody. I've got Maddie here with me tonight. Yay!
Hello.
Maddie's here. And I don't know quite how to adjust this camera yet. We're going to see how it shows up once it pops up on my screen. It's not popping up yet. There's a little bit of a delay. Once I click go live, there's a bit of a delay from the time I click go live to the time it actually shows up on my other screen. So it's not technically live. We do have the live delay. So just in case there's wardrobe malfunctions like the Super Bowl that one year. Who was it that had
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson, yes. Just in case we do a Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
We don't want
It
that.
happens.
It does happen. I mean, I don't know how we would malfunction our wardrobes, but, you know.
Life is unpredictable.
Life is very unpredictable, yes. So, okay, I can see us now. So let me adjust just a little.
Is this a square?
It is a square.
Are you kidding me?
I know you don't love squares, but you can love this just for today. Just for today, you can love it. There, now you can kind of see what both of us are doing. So we're working on Country Blessings from Chuck Pinson. Still working on it. Maddie just uncovered a new section over on that side of the canvas, and I'm working over here on this side of the canvas.
You've gotten a lot done.
I have. This is 93 by 70, so it's
Huge.
quite a big one. Quite a big. Well, I started this one for last Chuck Along.
We made that 8 at the very end.
Yep. You're welcome. Yeah, I started this Chuck Along, or for last Chuck Along. I did a lot of this at your house when I stayed there in February.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did like half of it. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were working most of the time.
Working.
So what you're saying is when you were working at home, you weren't really doing much work?
No.
You know, it was funny. Okay, Maddie's job. Tell them what you did.
I work from home.
I know, but what was your
My
job?
job is beach. Oh, that's from the Barbie movie. His job is beach, like not lifeguard, not not anything. It's just beach.
Okay. I haven't seen the Barbie movie yet, so I didn't get the reference.
I was a title specialist, so I just worked for an auto finance company. I just did titles for all 50 states.
So she spent a lot of time on the phone to DMVs in various states, and it's so funny. And I can't believe, and you made pretty good. You made pretty decent money there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she made pretty decent money. She got
good money. Yeah.
She got to work from home, and there were times where she would be on hold
hours
for hours.
No, because
with DMVs.
No, because they always say, "Oh, call the DMV right when you get in. Like, call them early right when they open, so you're not on hold." Nope, I'm waiting till 2 or 3 p.m. when everybody's trying to call them. So, because, you know, if you're on the phone, your phone can't ring, because people would call me. I don't want to talk to anybody.
So that was very strategic. Very strategic. So let me say hi to everybody that's here. Joe was the first one in. Hello, Joe. You win a cookie today. Mary Lou's here. Hi, Mary Lou. And Dawn. Dawn, you know, my stomach is a little bit better this week, but I am dealing with some intense allergies, as are many people in Michigan at this time of the year.
Yeah, I can't stop sneezing. That's the only thing I've had is just sneezing.
I've had terrible, terrible sinus headaches and drainage.
Ew.
Yes. And it's, and I know what it is. Mindy was talking in her live, her arch nemesis is ragweed. My arch nemesis is goldenrod. And we have tons of goldenrod near where I live. But thank you, Dawn, for asking. I appreciate that.
I don't even know what goldenrod is.
It's yellow.
Well,
it's like a yellow weed.
Oh.
Jody's here. Hi, Jody. And Tammy, hello. Judy's here. Rhonda's here. And Sherry. I already said, Mary Lou saying hi to Maddie. Hi, April. How are you? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Sue Layden is here, and Sue Bell. Got both my Sues. Deborah's here. Hello. Oh, Tammy wants to know how's life, Maddie.
It's good. I'm on a roller coaster that's only going up. Everything's coming up, Maddie.
Everything's coming up, Maddie. Let's see. I had Joe's here. The other Joe. We got both my Joes, both my Sues. The other Marianne is here. Hi, Marianne. Cynthia's here. How are you? And Lisa. Hello, Lisa and Marianne. And Michelle and Chantel. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad that you guys were all able to join us. So, tonight we want to talk a little bit about our new guilty obsession.
Oh, our new friends, you mean?
Yes, our new friends.
Our best friends?
Maddie and I have made a group of new best friends. I'm sorry.
We're all really close.
We're all really close. You guys have all been replaced. And we cannot go... I mean, I can barely contain myself while Maddie's at work during the day.
I know.
To not reach out and contact these friends until after she gets home. I've been strictly forbidden that I can't contact these friends without Maddie around. And it's torturous. It's absolutely
really is.
torturous. And then she had the audacity to leave me today and go out to lunch with her boyfriend. And I couldn't visit my friends while she was gone this afternoon
Well, if
either.
I can't see them, no one can.
So their names are Adrian, Lisa, Taylor, Kyle, Camille, Yolanda, and Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, those are our new friends. And they live in a different time zone, so it's a little bit difficult. You know, we've got to contend with that as well.
Also a different year.
Also, they live in a different year. Uh-huh. Yep. And these would be the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
It's so good.
Oh my god, it's a train wreck, you guys. I usually don't like those kinds of shows. That's usually not my jam. But it's just like...
You're addicted.
It's addicting.
No, you know what I did? Yesterday, I was talking to someone, and someone showed me a picture of a dog, and I said, oh my god, it's like Lisa's dog, Jiggy. Like, she's my friend. And then I was like, oh yeah, the guy that did Kim's nose job. Like, I talk about them like I know
like
them.
you know them. So Madeline, my beautiful, perfect daughter Maddie, and I'm sure most of you or many of you have seen pictures of Maddie, and she really is a gorgeous, gorgeous woman. But however, she has always, since childhood, had issues with her nose. She doesn't like her nose.
I hate it.
I think her nose is absolutely perfect. Honestly, you're my friend as well as my daughter, and I would tell you if I thought you had a big nose.
It's like straight and long and big, and you know other girls have like the little
whoop-de-doo, the whoop-de-doo
button nose.
Yeah. Well, the reason for that is it's genetic. Mine is too. Mine
No,
is.
you have a little nose.
I don't have a whip-de-doo. Mine is
I know,
flat.
but yours is small.
You do not have a big nose.
Got a schnoz like my dad.
So Maddie has always wanted a nose job. And when she was about, I don't know, how old were you when you broke your nose?
12.
She was 12 years old. She broke her nose at a friend's pool. And she was so excited because she thought that meant that she was going to get to finally get that nose job.
And I had surgery, and I said, while you're in there,
It was.
little rhinoplasty, but they didn't.
You were 12! For heaven's sakes. Oh.
But the lady Kim on Real Housewife, her plastic surgeon was named Vladimir Grigorians.
Yes, Dr. Gregorians.
And I Googled him, and I sent the link to my dad. I said,
now,
when I become famous, I have a whole notes page.
Oh my god, you guys, I've got to show you this.
I'm
gonna show
them.
I'm gonna show them. This is hilarious. So Maddie sent me this.
Well, it was at work I wrote this.
Yeah, she must have been not very busy at work. I gotta find it. Might take me a second to find it.
I text you so much.
Yeah, she texts me all the time, so it's gonna take a minute. But she's like, do you think that these sound like good arguments for Dad?
Well, I was gonna make a PowerPoint.
Oh, you were gonna make it into a PowerPoint. Okay, fine.
But I lost my laptop charger.
Oh my gosh, you lose everything. Oh, how long ago did you send it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is, she says, I'm going to make a PowerPoint about nose jobs. Points to make. Broke my nose several times.
Twice. No, maybe 3 times. Because I took my cast off too early and I jumped in that lake. And I jumped off that blob thing in Merrill.
Oh.
And I landed like that and it hurt really bad. And then Audrey threw a deck of cards at my face.
I didn't know that. Okay. It's difficult to breathe and I snore. I will be able to do more with my life if I am confident.
Yes.
Rich people will flock to me.
They will.
Special treatment / getting treated better in public, free things, etc.
Rich husband.
Most important, influencer. They make so much money and don't do anything. I'd have plenty of time to take care of you when you're old. I will pay you back for the nose job and double your investment. This is the most important thing because I have all of the features that make an influencer except the nose. We could rule the world. I would have to take out my nose rings. I know you don't like them anyway. And I know what you're thinking. Why would you want to look like every other girl out there? Well, here's what I say to you.
Okay,
I say it will bring me not
hyper.
only financial freedom, but freedom from working for the man for the rest of my life. I will sacrifice my uniqueness for my inner peace.
I thought that was kind of like a mic drop moment.
That's Maddy's nose job manifesto.
I was really hyper at work and I was really bored and I wrote it.
Oh, I think Maddy needs more to do in her job. I think I'm going to have to email her boss on Monday and say, could you please assign her some more tasks? Because she obviously has too much time on her hands.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I have no oversight. I can do whatever I want. No one sees me.
Yeah. Emma's here. Hi, Emma. How are you? And Brenda. Hey there, Brenda. Oh, Brenda says, I will always love you regardless of you cheating on me. Jody, have you watched Real Housewives?
If so, what was your favorite franchise? In the franchise,
like your
Beverly
favorite
Hills, Dubai, you know?
Yeah, there's tons of them.
Because I just watched Beverly Hills because I googled it and it said that was.
Is that the first one? No, I think Orange County was
Orange
the first
County was
one.
the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, Mindy said, right? I thought I was important. Yeah, no, you guys have all been replaced.
Lisa Vanderpump is actually my new mom as well.
What? I've been replaced?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Lisa's my mom.
Well, I guess if I had the choice to have a rich daughter, I'd trade you into.
Exactly. Or Adrienne Maloof.
No, I wouldn't want Adrienne Maloof. I don't like her.
Me either.
Yeah, it is. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. All right, you guys, we'll give up our fake friends for you. Oh, Mindy, they scored! Yay! Michigan State. Oh, Brenda said she's already beautiful, but that's definitely a great speech. It was pretty moving. It almost moved me to tears. Did you send that to your dad?
Well, I sent him Vladimir Grigorian's website.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I'll double your investment when I become famous, blah, blah, blah. He said, your nose is fine.
Same thing he's been telling you for the last 20 years.
I'm like, yeah, because I have your nose and you're so confident.
Your dad is a very confident man.
He's actually at the Michigan State game right
Yeah,
now.
Mindy, I forgot. I was going to mention that in your live. My ex-husband's actually at the Michigan State game today.
I texted him earlier because he's tailgating and doing all this fun stuff, and I texted him, I said, next time you go, can I come with you? He never invites me.
Well, we get to go to, on September 30th, Nate's marching band, high school. They have high school band day at Central Michigan University, which is about an hour from our house. And that's where my oldest daughter, Emily, graduated from college. And they have about 12 to 15 high school bands that get to perform with the CMU marching band at halftime.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So Jeff and I want to get tickets and go to that game because I think that would be a lot of fun.
I've never been to a college football game.
No?
Mm-mm.
We went last night. Nate had a home football game, and they kicked butt. Maddie, that was loud. Did everybody just hear that?
I thought it would be quiet.
Maddie just girl tooted and it was really loud.
No, there's a duck in here.
There's a duck in here, that's right. Mindy, get your ducks out of my craft room.
No, I hate these glue dots sometimes.
Tammy, you want a nose fix too? See, she calls it a nose fix.
Oh, nose fix.
I like that better. Yes, a nose fix rather than a nose job.
Yeah.
If I could change... Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. If you could change anything about yourself physically, what would it be? I think we talked about this once before. Yours would be your nose,
My
right?
nose or... No, my nose, yeah. I feel like all my other problems would just kind of fade away.
Okay, mine has changed over the years. It's as I've aged, because it used to be that I have these little like not bags, but kind of
have
like
those
creases
too. No,
under
yeah.
my
And when
eye.
you
Yeah, when you
smile?
smile, you get like a little line.
Yeah, I have that too. I think it's like cheeks.
Cheeks, yeah. I have puffy cheeks, and it kind of pushes up on the bottom of my eyes.
I have that
when
too.
I smile. So I kind of always wanted to have that flattened out. But as I've gotten older, I just noticed I was kneeling with shorts on the other day. And I've lost a little bit of weight recently. And because of my IBS, I tend to gain and lose weight quite frequently. And the stretching and, you know, your skin stretches, but it doesn't necessarily shrink back, you know, to the way it was pre-weight gain. And I have noticed that I was kneeling with shorts on, and my skin is just very saggy, like crinkly. I'm starting to get like old lady crinkles on my skin.
I've gained some weight in my stomach. Like, I used to be able to...
Suck it in?
Yeah, well, like, put my legs up and, like, curl up in a ball. I used to be able to put my foot to my ear, and I would say, hello? Like, on the phone. And everyone loved it, you know? I always got a laugh.
Great party joke.
And now when I do it, it hurts. So I can't even do it anymore.
You know
my
why?
My stomach's in the way.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because you turn 26. That's when that's when you start to downslide.
Yeah, I know. I identify as 19. So.
I know you do. Yeah, Maddie, that's Maddie's claim to fame is she's 26, but she identifies as 19.
I am the world's oldest teenager.
Yes, you are. I can confirm that. I can definitely confirm that.
But you would change your...
Yeah, I would get rid
skin?
of my stretchy skin, for sure. For sure. Hi, Lori, how are you? Lori's here.
Hi, Lori.
Gail says a unique look is often better than a nose job.
That's
Thinks
true.
Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing did not get work after her nose. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. She didn't get work
Yeah, and
after.
you know, when I see someone
Uh-huh.
and they have, you know, like a nose like mine, you know what I mean, more of a unique look.
Yes.
I tend to think, oh, that's a really pretty person.
Right.
But you know, you see someone who kind of just
It's
like Instagram models, you know, they kind of all look similar, and you're like, yeah.
Well, a lot of those photos are doctored.
Yeah, they
too.
edit them, and you know, that's just the look they want to go for.
Right.
Good for them, you know, they get money, followers.
Right.
But yeah, I agree.
Brenda said definitely boobs.
Bigger or smaller?
Definitely a boob job. Always been boobed. She says, "Do you want them bigger or smaller, Brenda?"
Because some women, like my coworkers, were just talking about how bad they want breast reduction.
Yeah, Heather has always wanted breast reduction. My sister.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
My one coworker got one, and they messed it up, and she had to get her nipples tattooed on.
What? They cut off her nipples?
I don't know what happened. Maybe it was her friend. I don't know. She said breast reduction, and then I kind of zoned out, and then she was like, yeah, my nipples are tattooed on. You can't even tell looking from the front.
Oh my goodness. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. I would hate to lose my nipples. I kind of like them.
I'm not attached to mine.
Well, technically, you are attached.
Yeah.
I mean,
Emotionally.
Lori said she would just like to get down to healthy weight again. I felt so much better. Lori, you look great. Stop it with that. You are a healthy weight. I just saw a picture of you recently and you looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. Deborah wants her bat wings taken care of.
What are bat wings?
Bat wings?
Oh, the
I have
arms?
bat wings
Is
too.
it arms?
Yes.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Those aren't bat wings. Those are nice and those are nice and firm. These, watch.
Right here. Oh yeah.
Can you see them jiggling?
Yeah.
I got bat wings too.
Mine's got kind of a
No, yours
full
are
to
nice and yours are full though. They're not wingy.
Oh, yeah.
They're not hangy and flabby. Marion wants to shrink in the middle.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh, Brenda wants hers a smidge bigger. The boobs.
Yeah. They're like a half a cup size, 1 cup size.
Everybody else must be happy with oh, Jody wants a suck and tuck.
Oh. Yeah, I always try to buy Spanx and stuff, like
Yeah.
suck them in.
Underwear? Yeah.
Yeah, or like the not a corset, but what are those called?
Girdle.
A girdle. I've
Uh-huh.
bought a few, and I can't even get them on to suck anything in.
Okay, here's what I don't get. I mean, I have Spanx and I've worn them before, like back in my younger days. But what people don't realize is that shit's got to go somewhere. When I wear Spanx, it's like, yes, it sucks in, my thighs and my waist, but then it just like rolls over the top.
Yeah. And then I feel like if you're wearing a tight dress, like you can see kind of.
You can see, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. You
But
can.
then I see, women who wear like the whatever Spanx and stuff.
Yeah.
They look fine. Like how do you do that?
Maybe
what are you
they're
wearing?
maybe they have a more expensive version than
Yeah.
us normies can
Or
afford.
like they wearing like some sort of hard
body
slip
suit
under
or
it.
something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kim Kardashian has a new line of. those
Oh,
kinds of
Tammy
things.
wants a tummy tuck and a boob lift. My boobs are good. Like, that's my probably best asset, I think. Because I've always worn a bra. We've talked about this before. Like, I never take my bra off. And I think
Weird.
that helped, like, keep the girls kind of up where they belong.
See, I disagree. I feel like when you don't wear a bra, they need to know how to hold their own. They need to be strong.
Yeah, but they're not.
Mine
They
are.
lose their Yes, you're also 26 years old. Talk to me in 20 years.
I think my best asset is probably my butt or my eyelashes. I have really long eyelashes.
You do have very long eyelashes. My best asset is my winning personality.
Ooh, and your charm and moxie and spunk.
My charm and wit. And my intelligence and
Compassion.
right, I'm just trying to be like empowering right now.
I am woman, I am strong.
Hear me roar.
That is how I was when I watched the Barbie movie. I wanted to flip a table.
I know, I really want to see it. They said that it was a very like female empowerment movie.
And it wasn't too like
little kiddish.
men. Yeah, it wasn't little kiddish at all, but it wasn't like, oh, down with the men. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, hey, like, I don't know. It was really good. It was funny too.
Yeah, I want to see it. You can rent it right now on like one of the apps. Guess how much it is to rent it?
How much?
Today.
How much?
$25.
We should do it.
To rent it? It's only $29 to buy it.
Oh, let's just buy it.
Yeah.
I want you to see it. If anyone has seen the Barbie movie, what are your thoughts?
So we're not having wine tonight, everybody. And the reason we're not having wine tonight is because we have to stay up to visit our friends after we're done with our live.
I know, I woke up so early this morning and I was like, I want to kind of stay up late and...
Yep, we got to stay up to visit our friends.
I haven't crocheted in forever because I'm playing this game on my Switch, like a farming game.
What's it called?
Fae Farm.
Oh, is that the lesbian one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
That one's cool too. But Fae Farm just came out. It was $60 for this game.
Oh my gosh.
It's fun.
Does anybody here play video games? Anybody a gamer?
I love games with farming and stuff, and you have little quests.
I love games with quests.
Yeah. But you kind of have free will. But
Right.
you've got, some quests.
Like open world. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be into video gaming before I started crafting.
You were a really big gamer.
I was a huge gamer. Before I started crafting, and then I kind of got, oh, look at my arm.
Did that come off there?
No, I think it came off my tray. Jeepers creepers. Yes, Mindy, there's a lesbian farm.
Well, it's not just lesbian.
Yes, you said that you could only have...
Well, no, you can only be a lesbian.
Oh, your character can only be a lesbian.
But... everyone's a woman. I don't know. It was cool. I'm not mad about it.
Right.
It's fun. And you're a witch.
Oh,
but you don't know you're a witch. You're visiting your grandma.
Well, if you don't know you're a witch, how do you know you're a witch?
Because it said it in the game.
But then...
Well, I'm figuring out that I'm a witch.
Oh, you're just
And then
figuring...
I stopped playing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Sue's a gamer. Oh, Sherry, you need varicose vein treatment. Yeah, that sucks. My friend Susie had to have her veins stripped years and years and years ago.
That sounds like it would hurt.
Yes, and she had some complications from it, and her legs have never been... She says she regrets it to this day. Her legs have never been the same. She won't wear shorts. She doesn't like she'll wear a bathing suit if it's just in front of me or whatever, but like not in public.
Yeah.
I don't even care anymore. I'll wear shorts in front of anybody. Paleo is great. Paleo.
Is it on Switch?
I don't know. Sue says it's a farm sim.
Ooh, I love those.
Oh, Marianne. Yes, I did. I brought it in. I've got it right here. Thank you for mentioning that. So this is the number that's on it. Can you see that? YK109. Oh, there we go. That's better. YK109. Oh, and I also brought in, I wanted to show you guys, I've been talking about, and I did show it yesterday in our crochet live, but I know not everybody watches that. So I was making a Afghan for my sister for a baby shower, and I finished it, and I just wanted to show you guys how it turned out.
Oh, I didn't see it since you finished it.
Well, I still have to weave in the ends, so I can't show. The back is a mess.
I love it.
So this
be careful. This is sticky up here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So isn't this cute?
I love the border.
Yeah, this is not the border that the pattern called for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I had a bunch of extra yarn, and the border was supposed to be super simple, so instead I looked up a different border.
That is so cute.
And I did a different border.
Wow.
But yeah, it turned out really cute. So it took me freaking forever to do this. Gorgeous. But I still have to weave in all the ends on the back, and I'd like to get it to her by Monday at the latest. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, Mindy, you had vein treatment, and it worked out good for you. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if, I mean, it wasn't supposed to, it was a bad outcome. But you know what I mean? It was like not normal, what happened with hers. I don't know if, she had something else going on, if it was a surgeon, if she like got back active too quickly afterwards or what, but she's continued to have trouble with it ever since. And that was probably 20 years ago she had it done. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Jody. Thank you. Ooh, kielbasa and mac and cheese sounds really good.
We were just talking about
Maddie wants me to make hot dogs and mac and cheese. Maddie loves hot dogs and mac and cheese.
I love it.
So we might have that for dinner one night next week. I gotta make that a shopping list before tomorrow.
I saw a picture somebody put like uncooked spaghetti noodles
Yeah.
into cut up hot dogs and then cooked it, and then you just had spaghetti and hot dogs. Like,
gross.
it looked funny, but it sounds kind of good.
Spaghetti and hot. Did they have spaghetti sauce on it?
I don't know. I just saw the plain noodles.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they served it with.
Well, I guess how would that be different than the SpaghettiOs that have hot dogs in it?
Exactly.
SpaghettiOs are gross.
I love canned mac and cheese.
I know. That is so disgusting.
From Chef Boyardee. You
Oh my god, that is so gross.
And it kind of tastes like the metal.
Yeah.
Like the aluminum, whatever
yes,
cans
it
made of.
does.
It kind of tastes like it. Oh, I love it.
Gross. You know what I do love though? And this is, I hate SpaghettiOs, but I love Chef Boyardee raviolis in the can. Yeah.
I like SpaghettiOs better.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Brenda. And Sue. And Tammy. Thank you. Mary Lou said her leg looks like it's filled with a purple golf ball. It constantly hurts.
Oh, ouch.
You know what's really strange is I used to have a varicose vein, and I had a varicose vein that ran from the inside of my right leg from just below my knee up into my groin and like into my like labia. It was very, very pronounced when I was pregnant. It was really bad. And it was hard and hot and it was purple like you were talking, Mary Lou. And it was horrible. And it bothered me for years and years and years. And then all of a sudden, over the past like maybe 3 years, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Is it still there?
No, it kind of just like went away.
What the heck?
I know.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Sucked back in? I don't know. I kind of think, well, maybe it's been more than 3 years that it's been gone. But I used to, when I was working, I had a very physical job and I was on my feet all day, every day. And I'm thinking maybe because I don't get up very often anymore. I live my life in a reclined position, so I'm not putting too much pressure on it anymore. That maybe that's why. I don't know.
When I was wearing my Apple Watch a lot, I got this app on my watch.
Yeah.
Like water minder, like to remind you to drink water.
Yeah.
And so it took all my health data in and put it in the app. Yeah. And it said lifestyle sedentary. And like there was a lot of like sedentary, somewhat you know what I mean?
Right.
I was embarrassed.
Pretty bad when even your technology guilts you into exercising, right? Yeah, Mary Lou, that sounds awful. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Sounds painful.
Some laser and some injections. Interesting. Oh, Lisa, yuck. Lisa said her veins in her left leg pop on their own and she has to have them burned in the ER to make them stop. Blech.
Ah! That sounds so painful.
Yeah, homemade mac and cheese is the best, Lisa. You know what's weird, though, is I love homemade mac and cheese, but I don't know how to make it. And so the only time I have homemade mac and cheese is on holidays when my brother-in-law makes it.
Oh,
he
that
makes
stuff is good.
Awesome homemade mac and cheese.
Well, the stuff Dada made, the smoked mac and cheese, that was good.
Oh, that was just in a tray. Yeah, Jeff gets this. He goes to Gordon's. I don't know, is Gordon's a national chain?
I think so.
Okay. He goes to Gordon's and buys it's like a frozen big tray, like a family-sized tray of mac and cheese. And then he puts it on the grill. Not on the grill. He puts it in his smoker, like where he does the ribs and stuff, and smokes it all day. And it tastes so delicious. And I know Mindy's not going to like the sounds of that because she doesn't like smoked flavored stuff.
I don't normally either, but I like that mac and cheese. I don't really like barbecue places and like smoked or pulled pork, whatever. I don't like that.
Yes, Brenda, all that thrusting on Friday afternoons. Right,
Ooh.
right. Inside joke. No, we were talking about how I can't use a crochet hook, a comfort grip crochet hook, because the plastic part is too close to the end of the hook for me. And I said it's because I'm a deep thruster. Yeah, I wore compression socks for a while when I was having my problem. Yes, Sherry, the Kraft Deluxe mac and cheese is really good.
Any Kraft. I love Kraft.
Kraft Deluxe is yummy. I like that too. We didn't have, what did we have for, well, pretty bad. Okay, so last night, we were on our crochet live until about 4, and then Nate had to be to the football field to practice for the game at 4:45. So I took him and dropped him off, and then I came back home, and Maddie and I hung out with our friends until the football game started, and Jeff had to work late. The football game started at 7, so he was going to leave work and go directly to the field, and so we didn't eat dinner, as a family. There was no dinner. So after the football game at like 9:30 at night, Jeff said he was going to stop with Nate at McDonald's on their way home. And did I want something? And I kind of hate McDonald's. I'm not going to lie.
I
Except
love McDonald's.
Well, I like their breakfast. That's the only thing I like is McDonald's breakfast. So but I was hungry. So I was like trying to think of something that I would eat, and for some reason a fillet of fish came to my mind. So I was like,
90?
What am I, 90? Yeah. Could I get the senior fillet of fish, please? So I had him get me a fillet of fish, and that sucker was delicious. So today, the boys Maddie went out to lunch with her boyfriend, and Nate and Jeff went to my nephew plays football on Saturdays. He plays for the elementary school. So Nate and Jeff went to my nephew's football game, and they were just going to get food on their way home after the game for dinner. So they come home after the game, and Jeff's like, well, Nate and I decided we want pizza. Well, I don't really care for pizza. Pizza's not my favorite thing in the world. He's like, I know you don't really probably want that, so tell me what you want, and I'll get you something different when I go to pick up the pizza. So, what did I ask for? Another fillet of fish.
That's going to be your new thing.
So, I ate a fillet of fish 2 days in a row for dinner.
That's going to be your new thing.
It's going to be my new thing. I know.
Excuse me.
Except now I have a really bad stomach ache.
I have a frog in my throat.
Yuck. Maddie has a frog in her throat.
It's usually in my brain. My old roommate and I always had a joke that we had bugs living in our brain and they controlled us.
You guys are so weird.
We'd be like, today there's a spider in my brain. Like, we're having a bad day.
Oh my gosh. You have been very lucky in your life to find friends who are as weird as you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, like Chelsea telling me. Can I say that word on
What
YouTube?
word?
The V word.
Vagina?
Yeah.
You can say vagina.
Oh, I don't know. Because you can't say some words, right?
Oh, I don't know. Are there words you
anyways,
can't say?
Okay, so my friend Chelsea and I are on FaceTime today, and she was born in Washington, but she moved here when she was like a baby. Doesn't matter. But we were talking about how we would like to go visit Washington State, and she goes, yeah, I was like, yeah, you go back to your roots or whatever. She goes, maybe we could go to the hospital I was born at. I said, yeah, that'd be cool. She goes, I wonder if they have a big vagina I could come out of again to relive the moment. I was like, yeah, we'll have to get some blood and some fluid to put on you and swaddle you up. Like, we talked about it for a long time.
That's another example of a friend who is as weird as you are.
I know.
And I've been lucky
weird.
because I don't always find friends who are as weird as I am, But I do find friends that will tolerate my
Yeah.
weirdness.
Sometimes that's better because then you're not enabling each other all the time.
Right, because things can get really out of control
Speaking
if
of-
there's two weird friends.
Chelsea also sent me a Facebook post last night that said, two delusional friends telling each other exactly. We do that. I'll be like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I know, right? And it's just nonsense.
Like, Maddie and I have this thing that nobody else in the world seems to understand, but we are certain that we are correct.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I have a ruler right here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go deep. This is a deep dive, everyone.
It is
This is a deep dive.
But it works better with crochet stitches. In my mind. It makes more sense with crochet.
Right, but not everybody crochets.
Oh, true.
Okay, so we contend that 1 is not 1.
It's 2.
1 is 2.
But 2 is not 3.
No,
Well,
2 is 3.
2 is 3.
Because 0 is not 0.
It's 0 to 1.
It's 0. Right, it's 0 to 1.
Like,
There's
that
a range.
is something.
This, before 1, anything before 1 is not 0.
And when you're counting stitches, it says do from 10 to 12 or 10 to 14 or something.
Right. In
And
stitch 10 to 14,
that's not
do
4
this.
stitches.
It's not
It's
4,
5.
5 stitches. Exactly.
I try to explain this so much and I just get weird looks.
Right. Yeah, in a pattern, if it says from stitch 10 to stitch 14, put in a single crochet, you're not putting in 4 stitches.
Yeah,
You're putting in 5 stitches from stitch 10 to stitch 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
No. And you say that to too many people, you're gonna...
Yeah, and you say that to too many people, they think you're nuts.
They're gonna send you to the Grippy Socks vacation.
The Grippy Socks vacation. Send you to Hotel Beaumont.
Yeah.
Beaumont is a hospital. It has a psychiatric ward which is a hospital in our area that is affectionately known as Hotel Beaumont.
Mm-hmm. I'd go there.
Oh, Mindy's making pizza right now.
Ooh, making it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't she fancy?
I know.
What's a Bubba Burger, Lisa?
A Bubba Burger?
A Bubba Burger. Oh, yes, Mindy, you're right. One friend needs to settle the other one down. And
Yeah.
you are that friend to me, Mindy.
I have had friends that are kind of like, oh, maybe hold up. And I'm like, you don't get me.
I never think that about Mindy. Sometimes,
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
sometimes she rolls her eyes at me.
No, I always appreciate it at the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sometimes she's like, whatever, okay, Andrew.
I was texting my friend today and I said, I really want to be an interior decorator. I thought it was interior design, but I looked it up and it's different. But I love...
What's the difference between interior decorator and interior design?
Interior design is like working with an architect and like actually mapping out the space of the inside.
Oh, okay.
I always was under the impression that it was just hanging stuff on the wall.
Right.
So
okay.
interior decorator is different, and that's what I want to do.
Okay.
But I set a calendar reminder on my phone for 3 weeks from today.
And why?
And if
3
I
weeks?
still am interested in 3 weeks, then I will pursue it.
Did you just put your thing back in the wrong spot? You
Yeah.
did, you little sucker. They're in order, dickweed.
Oh, jeez. I don't even want to do this anymore.
Well, you better pick a color.
You've discouraged me.
It is a big job, Mindy, and it's there's a lot of responsibility involved.
Yeah.
It's a lot to handle. I can be a lot sometimes.
I have never been, and I will never be that friend that's kind of like,
The voice of reason?
yeah,
No.
just do it.
Right. Yes, it can actually be dangerous if you have two friends who are both, Delulu, yes. Off the wall. Off the wall. I'm looking for the V.
Oh, but I think I'm going to, in 3 weeks, pursue interior decorating.
Maddie, you know what? You know when I'll believe that?
No, I know, because I do stuff like that all the time. That's
Yeah.
why I set the calendar reminder.
Oh, okay. I'll believe it after you have done the job for about 10 years. Then I'll believe you're serious about it.
I'm really good at, making a space, like, arranging and making a space look nice. Like, my old house was decorated very nicely.
It was decorated very nicely, yes.
But I would have to move to, a richer area. You can't be a decorator in Saginaw.
Why not? We have rich areas.
But not kind of people who would hire someone to decorate their house.
Why not?
I would move to Beverly Hills and I would decorate Lisa's house.
Oh my gosh! Now you're full of pipe dreams.
No, or like New York or Chicago or something. You know what I mean?
You're not moving anywhere. You just moved home.
Well, when I have my own firm,
you can come and decorate my house.
It'll be called Décor de Maddy.
Décor de Maddy.
MA''DDY.
I've told Maddie, okay, listen to this shit. What kind of a kid thinks that she can just decide how to spell her name? I gave her the name. I get to decide how.
Madeline.
And your nickname was Maddy. Maddie. That's what I mean. You're the one who insisted that it be Maddy. You fought with me.
Well, you sound like me. No, I like IE better.
You fought with me for it was terrible fights.
Why did you care?
Because I wanted you to spell your name Maddie. Eventually you won. I gave up.
Did anyone reply about 1 is not 1, it's 2?
Yeah, Mindy said, what the hell are you talking about, Willis? Oh, Jody says Maddie decorated the craft room.
You know what I could do with this space?
Oh, funny. Ooh, somebody's making homemade bread.
Ooh.
Oh, Michelle's making homemade bread tomorrow. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, Brenda, exactly. That's where those new friends will come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know, Sue, how down to earth I am.
I think you're down to earth.
Do you?
Well, does she mean like someone's got to bring you down to earth, or like you're down to earth person?
I think she means like I'm a normal I'm not hoity-toity.
Yeah, I'd say you're down to earth.
Yeah. But I mean, I've got, I'm not always the most stable person.
Yeah, me either.
Now this one, I know, we're going to do a deep dive again. This one I know I'm right about. The argument I have with your dad.
Oh.
About the time change.
Yeah.
So, we do time change here in Michigan for daylight savings. And he was the store manager at Meijer, which is our grocery store. And one time during daylight savings time change, he was arguing with me that he was having a problem with his union, the people who worked for the union at his store, because overnight people wanted to get paid for an extra hour on the day of daylight savings time, the shift of daylight savings time. And I said, well, of course they should get paid an extra hour. They worked an extra hour. And he's like, how do they work an extra hour? They went in at 11, they got out at 8, just like they do, or 7, just like they do every day. I'm like, yes, Jeff, but at 2, it became 1 again, and so then they worked from 1 until 2 again. So the total amount of elapsed time was an extra hour. And he laughed in my face that I was so stupid. And he still brings it up 20 years later.
Yeah, you can't let anything
that
go.
I'm so stupid that I would think that. And it's like, you're the idiot here, dude.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, you got called Susie?
What?
Sue Bell, when she was growing up. She
got
was called Susie. Yeah. Yeah, that you know what's funny is I have a friend Susie who I've known for 30 years. Not that long, probably 25 years. And her name is Sue, but she loves Susie. She's always
her
been
name
Susie.
is Sue.
Her name is Sue.
Oh, she goes by
Sue
Susie.
Ellen. Yep, Sue Ellen Brown was her maiden name.
Sue Ellen, I like that.
Yep. You know what, Michelle? My grandma used to bake bread every week, but my grandma was on a very strict rotation with chores. Monday was laundry day, and Friday was bread baking day, so that it was fresh for the weekend.
Aw.
Yeah. Of course, nothing happened on Sunday except she would cook Sunday dinner for after church. And then I think Tuesdays is the day she got her hair done.
No.
Monday was laundry day. That's just the way it was.
She got her hair done every Tuesday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That's
I mean,
cool.
they would just curl,
right?
You
yeah,
know, they would just curl it and stuff.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And it was just a place for the ladies to meet and chit chat and stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah. Oh, Mindy has an offer for you, Maddy/Maddy.
What?
She put MADDIE/MADDY. If you can transform this craft room in the next month, she'll help you find decorating jobs.
I'm not Marie Kondo. I'm not gonna clean stuff out.
Oh.
No, it's an empty space when somebody moves into a house and they say, I want it this vibe. I say, okay, done. And they have a budget, and I buy everything that looks, like the thing they want to go for, and I put it all up. But you have guys to do the hammer and stuff.
You do the hammer?
I'm a creative consultant.
Okay, a creative.
So if she can clean this stuff out.
Maddie's thinking to herself, I'm not trying to start a new Hoarders.
Yeah. That's not my business.
Because it's even worse in here than it's ever been.
Every time I come in here, the space around this table gets smaller.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, because for the party, I moved everything from my living room into the craft room, so now it's even worse. Exactly, Sean. When you work it, you worked an extra fucking hour. He was totally wrong.
That's why people say, it doesn't really, you get an extra hour of sleep or whatever, even though it doesn't feel it's not.
It's not.
But it feels like it.
It does feel like it. For one day.
Yeah.
Then it catches up with you. Yeah. Oh, Saturday was house cleaning, Mary Lou? Okay. Saturday was house cleaning. I think my grandma did house cleaning on Saturday. Yeah, vacuuming was definitely Saturday. Yeah.
I think when I'm finally back in my own house, I'm going to try to do that, clean the house, just little things on, a Tuesday. Clean out the fridge.
I have a serious question for you.
I never clean out the fridge.
I have a serious question for you.
Huh.
Have you ever cleaned a house?
Yeah,
with cleaning products.
Yes. Because one time...
Okay, if you were going to clean a toilet, what would you do?
Freaking put the blue stuff that's liquid in there.
Yeah.
Take the brush, scrub, flush it. Go back in there.
What would you do if you needed to clean your bathtub?
Comet.
I'm so impressed! I've never been so proud! Honestly, I didn't think she knew!
I lived on my own for 8 years.
No, you didn't. Austin did the cleaning.
I was only living with Austin for 3 of those years.
Okay. How many times in the last 5 years have you washed a load of laundry?
I want to say once. Twice. Maybe twice.
Point made.
You know what? in the year of the Barbie movie, I think that's something to be proud of.
I agree. I kind of agree. Well, just like Mindy thinks it's ridiculous that our kitchen has been done for 1.5 years and I still don't know how our dishwasher works. I think it's an achievement.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
You know, women fought for a long time for this.
Right, exactly. I'm quite proud of it.
Do you see an anchor anywhere? I've been looking for this anchor for a while.
Oh, anchor. Which one is the anchor?
Red anchor.
Red anchor?
19.
Okay, that helps. They used to be in order, but some idiot...
I see 20.
Yeah, they're not in order anymore, are they?
Well, that's fine.
No, you need to work. You're not getting paid for nothing here. Where is it?
Like, I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I see it.
Oh,
right there.
Oh, there it is. Oh. Uh-oh.
There's a lot of anchors on here.
You know what? I was talking about this last week, you guys, how I can't remember where I put my spirit drills for this. Okay, pick a different one.
Do you ever have, like, in your throat, it feels hot and weird in your throat?
No.
It feels, like, dry and hot?
Yes.
What is that?
Allergies.
Oh. Sorry, I'm going to bring that up right now, but it hurts.
Just pick a different color. Yeah, Jeff didn't think there was an extra hour. That's my old Jeff. Not the new Jeff. My new Jeff isn't that stupid.
It was my bio Jeff.
It was my other Jeff. Yes, Mindy, I do remember the organizing show on TLC.
That Marie Kondo. She, on Netflix.
Oh.
She, does, like, decluttering your life. If it does not spark joy, get rid of it.
Everything in this room sparks joy.
I know.
That's the hard thing.
I know. People are always talking trash about my treasures.
This room is my joy. I love this room.
And I love my treasures, and I feel happy when I have, you know, things I like around me, like my wizard that I love, and all my little gizmos and gadgets.
Maddie's funny, you know, minimalism is like, for decorating is like a trend or whatever. Maddie is a member of a maximalist Facebook group. Two maximalists?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
That's
post
what my
pictures of their cluttered houses.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. That's what my firm will be. Maximalism by Madeline.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
That's good.
That is good. Yeah, Gail, that's a good idea. They're going to take a break at 2 a.m. and then go back to work when it's 2 again.
Yeah, they probably should have.
Yup. No, Brenda, I don't cut the plastic off as I go. I just fold it back. Even though I do use cover papers, I keep my plastic on the whole time. I used to cut the plastic off as I went, but now I kind of like it to just
an extra layer of protection.
It's an extra layer of protection, yes. Yes. Oh, Mary Lou, good point.
What?
You didn't clean around the base of the toilet when you cleaned your toilet.
Oh, like the bottom of the lid?
Yeah. Or around the bowl.
Oh, the back. Oh, yeah, because it's always dusty.
And pee.
Spider webs.
And if men pee in your toilet, there's always pee dribbles on the front of the bowl.
Ugh.
I don't know why they can't just make it in.
Why can't they just sit down?
Why can't they just sit down?
Sit down.
Just swallow your pride, sit on the damn seat, and point the little guy in there.
It's not gonna fall in the water.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, some people... Deborah, I wouldn't want to give up anything. If somebody came into this room right now and told me that I had to, like, give up half of what's in here, I would tell them to go take a long walk off a short pier because I love everything in this room.
What if you had to choose?
I love it.
What if you had to choose one thing to get rid of in here besides the Diet Coke cans? But yeah,
Thanks for throwing me under the bus on that one. I do have empty Diet Coke cans sitting here.
If you had to choose one thing.
The computer desk. I want that out of here.
Okay. When you pointed that way, I thought it was going to be the picture of your family, so I'm glad you didn't say that. Right there.
Yeah, that picture of my wedding picture. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Maddy, old school. Old school, Mindy says.
What's old school?
Oh yeah, Mindy, if I went to find the drills right now, it could be till morning before I found them. Oh, Sherry, that's how you do it too? Cool. Did I ever show you guys my wedding picture? Maddy, grab that picture.
I was just looking at it earlier. It's pretty.
It is pretty. Okay, Jeff and I have been married. We got married in 2005. So this year will be 19 years. Look at how young we looked.
He had hair?
He had hair. He's bald and gray now. And he has a goatee. He does. I mean.
Not a goat. It's a beard.
No, not. For summer, he has a goatee. In the winter, he has a beard.
A goatee is just a little.
No, a goatee is this.
Oh. I always thought it was just a little.
No, that's a soul patch.
Soul patch, yeah.
But we look so young. I'm not that it's crazy because I look at pictures of myself just from even a few years ago and I have aged tremendously in the past 5 years.
Every time I do that the old filter, I look exactly like you.
Yes, you do it. Do the old filter.
Okay,
Show
I
them
hope it's still on Snapchat because sometimes I get rid of them. But seriously, every time I do it.
Yeah. Okay, so Maddy has this filter on Snapchat where she can take a picture of herself and age herself. And when she does it, she looks just like me right now. So you guys all know what I look like, right? Everybody here knows what I look like.
Wait, it doesn't really look like you right now. Does that look like you?
Yes. Look at, doesn't that look like, that's Maddy with the old filter on. It looks just like me. Except you have bluer eyes than I do.
That one looks like you.
Oh my gosh, that one looks a lot like me. Holy crap, that really looks like me.
I know.
Oh, that's too funny. And it's funny because, like, I'm starting to look like my mom, too, I think. There's a wedding picture of my grandma, my mom's mom. And they got married when my grandma was 16. And it wasn't a shotgun wedding. She wasn't pregnant or anything. They were just, that's when they were.
Wait, they were older or younger?
They were 16 when they got married.
Oh, I thought you meant grandma was 16 and her mom got married.
No. My grandma was 16 when she got married.
Oh.
But my senior picture, from high school, side by side to my grandma's wedding picture, you'd think it's the same person.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
There's one picture of you when Memes was first born or I was first born.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was me. That's the only time I ever thought I looked, and with that old filter.
Oh,
There's
really?
a picture of you in I don't even know, I can't even think of the picture, but I thought it was me.
You know, it's funny because when my kids were little, and this was before digital cameras, this is when you still printed out your pictures. You know what I mean? Like, you still had hard copies of your pictures. My mom told me, make sure you write on the back of the picture who that is. And I can remember thinking to myself, seriously, Mom, like I'm ever going to forget what my kid looks like. Mm-hmm. Like I'm ever going to confuse one of the girls for the other. I'm never going to, But now looking back at those pictures, it's like, which one is that?
Grandma wrote, my Grandma Judy, Dad's mom.
Yeah.
She wrote the date, year, sometimes the time on every picture, but
Yes.
she would put little quotes. Like, there's this one, I'm a baby,
Yeah.
and I'm laying naked on my stomach,
Yeah.
and she wrote, "Pinup girl."
Are you serious?
I have a picture of it was on, like, a Polaroid. I have a picture of the picture on my phone somewhere.
Oh my gosh,
She wrote,
that's
"Pinup
funny.
girl."
Oh, that's hilarious.
I know.
Pinup girl.
Grandma.
Your grandma was something else.
I was just talking about her today. I was crying.
Aw.
Because I miss her.
Yeah, she was your BFF.
She was. I was talking about, she couldn't feel her feet at all.
Right.
And this was after Papa died. It was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
She's like, she hadn't driven since. I think the only time I saw her drive was when I was a kid. We were up north. It was thunderstorming, and we drove in the middle of the night to the beach to watch the thunderstorm.
Okay.
And it was really fun.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I see her drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she decided she wanted to drive my car around the block.
Okay.
And she lives in the middle of nowhere, so it's fine. And so we get in, and I backed us out of the driveway, and then we switched, and that took forever. And she just lays on the gas, and we, like, just lunge forward.
Oh my god.
I didn't really care. And
right.
so I just let her keep driving, and we were zooming, but then she would take it off, and she didn't know what she was doing.
Oh my gosh.
Probably really dangerous, but that was so fun. She was cracking up.
I can just imagine
both of our lives.
I can just imagine Grandma just laughing her butt off.
I know.
Maddie's grandma Judy was a very boisterous and opinionated woman.
Yes, and as she aged, she got a lot. She had a couple strokes. She kind of lost her filter.
She definitely lost her filter.
It was pretty funny.
It was hilarious.
Like, on Christmas, she felt like nobody was paying enough attention to her.
Yeah.
I was helping her into the car when she was leaving.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm just gonna adopt a foster child and maybe they'll talk to me."
Oh
I crying. I said, "Grandma, you're 80. And I'm just cracking up, and she finally, like, gives a little smile.
Oh, when I was married to her son, Maddie's dad, she used to infuriate me.
I can see that.
Infuriate me. She was a
monster-in-law.
She was a monster-in-law. I would come home, because she babysat you guys on Thursdays. And I would come home from work, and when you guys were real little, they came to our house and babysat you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you guys got a little bit older, you guys went out to her house. But I would come home from work, and she would have rearranged all the furniture in my house.
It's funny.
Because, she thought the sofa looked better over there.
So that's where I get my interior decorations.
Yes, exactly. She put up curtains in the kitchen because she didn't like that I didn't have any curtains in my kitchen. She installed, temporary under cabinet lights in my kitchen because she thought that it was too dark in there.
Okay.
What else did she do? Oh, I bought you shoes, and she wanted them to fit you longer, so she returned them and bought bigger shoes that were too big for you so that you'd be able to wear them longer.
I feel like she had good intentions, but she just is oblivious to, like, anything.
Yes. I was working and going to school. I had a toddler and a 1-year-old. And for your first birthday, she came over to the birthday party, and I was exhausted. I had, been working all week, going to school, cleaning the house, baking a birthday cake, making food, all of that kind of stuff to get ready for your birthday party. And it was just a casual family, grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles kind of thing. And she comes in the door, and the first thing she says, she looks me up and down, and the first thing she says to me is, "Could you at least go and put a little blush and lipstick on? You could have at least put a little makeup on."
She loved her makeup.
Thank you. You look great too.
Yeah. She always had bright red lipstick on.
Bright red lipstick.
She wore makeup, like, when she was in a nursing home.
Yes.
And her dementia got really bad. She still is like, "I need new makeup. I need my foundation." Like.
Yep. And you know what's funny about that?
Every day.
Her mom was even worse.
Really?
Yes, your dad told me that his grandma's mom, would not leave her bedroom. She had a vanity in her bedroom. She would not leave her bedroom in the morning until she had put her whole face of makeup on.
Wow.
Yeah, every day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Michelle, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Old folks write everything, Mary Lou. You know, it's so cute too. My grandma, she was a big writer. I lived in the same town as her. I saw her at least weekly. But every week from the time I could read, my grandmother sent me a card in the mail.
Aww.
Every week. She mailed me a card, and she would tell, and it was like, you know, it would be a design or whatever on the outside, but the inside would be blank.
Mm-hmm.
And she would fill the inside of the card and write and tell me what they had done all week. Just like, you know, I canned tomatoes today, got 5 quarts done. Grandpa and I had to go get our blood pressure checked. Or, you know.
Did you save them?
You know what? I didn't. And I regret that
well, you
to
never
this
think
day.
about that stuff.
Right. I mean, I kept it. I think like when I moved out of the house, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got this pile of cards from my grandma, and you know, you're not thinking in advance at that age. You're not thinking someday I would cherish these.
Right.
But I would give anything to have those letters from her now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grandma Judy would leave me voicemails, but she was like, "Hi, hon, how you doing?" "Well, I'm good. What'd you do today?" Like, why aren't you answering your phone? I'm not talking to you right now, you know. But I kept all those, but I haven't listened to them because
it makes you too sad.
Yeah.
It'll just be a year that she's been gone, won't it?
In November.
In November, yeah.
She crazy.
Yeah.
And I was the only one who could really...
You were the only one who could really tolerate her.
Yeah. She liked me the best.
She did like you the best.
But yeah, Emily would not go over there unless I was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which made me mad. But I get it. She
was especially hard on Emily. Yeah. But Emily doesn't have very thick skin either.
No, exactly.
Emily, you know, she's very sensitive.
Yeah. And Grandma, she's just kind of person, you know, those people who just make you feel good and comfortable and listen to you.
Yeah.
Like that. Even if you walk away, she's going to be like, well, that was weird. But, I mean, when she's talking to you, you feel important.
She was something, man. She was quite the lady.
I love old people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mindy's just on a roll tonight.
What'd you say?
Start moving that computer desk, Maddie. First job.
I'm not doing that.
All right, good night, Brenda.
Good night, Brenda.
Oh, hi, Cammie. How you doing? Cammie's here. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Did I tell you about talking to my dad last weekend at Marie's birthday party? Mm-hmm. I'll tell them. Yeah. So I was talking to my dad. I don't see my father very often. My mom and my parents divorced when I was very, very young. My mom remarried and had my 2 sisters with my stepdad. And then when I was about 18, they divorced. And then my mom remarried again. So, but my biological father, I see him a couple of times a year, like maybe 3-4 times a year. And we've never been very close. But, or not that we've never been close, it's just never been a consistent relationship. Yeah. But I adore him, and I've always admired him. I really, really enjoy him. I think he's a very interesting person, and I wish that I had a better bond with him than I do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he came to our party that we had, and we had a really, really nice time. In fact, I spent basically the whole night talking to him. And then he was at my granddaughter's birthday party the following weekend, which was last weekend. And we were talking because my granddaughter Marie was acting out and just being ridiculous and acting like the world was ending because some toy she had wasn't doing what she wanted it to do. And I said to my dad, isn't it weird how when you're a kid, you have a completely different concept of the importance of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look back on things you thought as a kid and think, why did I respond like that? Why was that so important to me? Or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you realize how wrong you were about certain things. And I was telling him that, for example, that when he married my stepmother when I was 5 years old. And I can remember being in the church at their wedding. And this must have been horrible for them. And as a kid, I wasn't thinking that. But for some reason, and I have no idea why, but for some reason, I had it in my head that if my dad got remarried, I would never see him again. Like, he would have a new family and I would just be gone. Forgotten.
That's sad.
And I loved my dad. I loved spending time with my dad. I looked up to him. I loved him. And so I remember sitting in the church bawling my eyes out because I thought that I was never going to see my dad again. And he felt terrible about that when I told him that. But then he told me a couple stories, which I thought were pretty funny. He told me that when he was in 2nd grade, he had a friend whose mother was sick. He didn't know what she was sick, probably cancer, but he didn't know at the time. And that one day, the mom was out hanging hanging laundry on the clothesline, and she passed away while she was hanging the laundry on the clothesline. And he said that for the longest time after that, every time his mom would go to hang clothes on the clothesline, he was afraid she was going to die. And then he told me about another time that one of his aunts was a nurse. And one of her co-workers had gotten accidentally stabbed by a used hypodermic needle in the doctor's office, and the patient had like hepatitis something, and that nurse subsequently got sick and died.
Oh my God.
Yes. So his mom, my grandma, was a sewer. She did a lot of sewing, so she was always, working with needles and stuff. And so he didn't, he just heard this story of the ladies talking about this poor woman that had passed away, from getting poked by this needle. And so he said that every time that she had the needle when she was sewing, he was worried that she was going to poke her finger and die.
Last night, actually, I was talking to Big Nate.
Yep.
And I said, what is the stupidest thing I thought when I was a kid is, how they really push stop, drop, and roll on you?
For fires? Yes.
I thought if there was a fire,
yes,
you stop, drop, and you roll away from it. That's what I thought when I was a kid. And I was like, I just recently realized that that's if you're
if you're on fire.
And he goes, no. He goes, no, that's what you do if there's a fire. You roll away from it because the flames rise. And I'm like, are you serious?
No.
And he's like, what?
We should do a better job explaining things to kids, I think, is my point.
And when you stuck that fork through your finger, I thought you were gonna die.
Yes.
I ran to my room.
You thought I was gonna die because I had a fork in my finger?
You didn't remember? You don't
yes,
remember me sobbing?
Yes, you freaked out. You were freaking out more than I was.
I laid in my bed. I was like, oh my God, I'll lose my mom. Because fork in your finger. And then when I realized you were fine, I told everyone at school.
You did?
Yeah, and Chelsea told me, you came on a field trip with our school.
Yes.
And everyone wanted to ask what the
Oh, yes, I do remember that. We went to Chippewa Nature Center and made maple syrup.
Yeah. Chelsea said that, like, she remembers saying, like, where's the fork?
Where's the fork? Took it out.
Told everybody.
So what had happened was I was putting away dishes from, I was taking this was back when I actually did housework. I was taking dishes out of the dishwasher and putting them away, and I was doing the silverware. And I grabbed the forks out of the dishwasher, and I had the silverware drawer open, and I put the forks in, and as I was retrieving my hand from the drawer, I bumped on purpose, I like hit my hip against the drawer to close it. But I didn't take when I pulled my hand out, I hadn't let go of a fork yet. So the force of the drawer closing stuck a fork right through, I mean, the tine was through my finger, sticking out of my finger.
It's so funny.
And and everybody was in the kitchen. It was right after dinner. And so the whole family was in the kitchen. And I looked at it and went, ah! And Maddy screamed and ran down the hall to her room. And then I told Jeff, I was like, pull it out. He's like, no, I don't want to. But you've got to.
I mean, it is scary.
Oh, Sherry, you have voice messages from your mom and grandma? Oh, you can't? Oh, yeah, she says she can't listen to them either.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someday.
Thank you, Cynthia. Mary Lou says, I have some cassettes that my brother sent me from Vietnam. He died after he came home, and I always play them on his birthday, which is Thanksgiving. That's awesome.
That is really nice.
That is very cool. That is very cool. Deborah says, Maddy, my grandma that had at least 15 grandkids. I was the only one who really visited her and enjoyed her. My siblings and cousins still say she died in 1989, that they never liked her. Yeah.
Like, that's... Come on.
Right. Yeah, Maddy was honestly, I mean, for, a teenager, Maddy was always very, very good about calling her grandma, visiting her grandma, spending time with her, even though she lived out of town. She would always, when she came home for the weekends, make time to go see her. Yeah. You were a very good grandchild.
Well, her grandma had 15 grandkids and, only one going to visit her. But that probably meant the world to her.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Yeah. I'm sure it did.
There's that video of that grandpa. I can't even talk about it. It's like a grandpa it was his birthday, and he made his own birthday cake and invited all his grandkids over.
And none
of them showed up. Except for one, the one recording the video. Isn't that horrible?
That's awful.
I know, I didn't really talking about it.
That's terrible. That makes me so sad.
I know. I feel like his other grandkids should go to jail.
They should. That's terrible. So I hope I have, and here's my problem. I have 2 granddaughters. Okay? You're not going to have any kids.
Maybe.
I don't know if Nate's going to have any kids.
No.
I don't see Nate having kids.
I know. Maybe that's because he is a kid.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to be kind of screwed when it comes time for somebody to take care of me.
I'll take care of you. Be like Grey Gardens.
Maddy and Emily recently told me that they had a fight about which one of you had to take care of me and which one of you had to take care of Dad.
Yeah, I still don't know. I'll let you know. It depends on who's worse.
It depends on who's worse.
I guess I'll just have to see it out.
Okay, you know what's probably in all likelihood going to happen? Because my ex-husband is 14 years older than I am. In all likelihood, you're both gonna have to take care of both of us, because
Yeah.
Dad's gonna get old first. You'll have to
I
take
don't
care of
wanna think about
Dad,
you guys
and
getting
then you'll have to
old.
take care of
You
me.
guys are gonna live forever.
That's what I used to tell my grandma all the time. In fact, this is gonna make me cry. My grandma was my best friend, and she was older when she had kids, and she was an older grandma. But I was still lucky enough to have her in my life until 2007. And I was born in 75. So how old was I? 22? No, 32? Yeah, 32. 32. So I was very, very lucky. And towards the end of her life, when she was getting older, she would often tell me, Angie, I'm not going to be around forever. And I would always say, Grandma, don't talk like that. I still need you.
Oh.
And that was kind of our thing that we would say. You know what I mean? And I can remember when she did pass away, and I was able to have some time alone with her at the funeral home before her service. And I remember just standing there crying her and telling her I'm not ready yet. I mean, it was awful. It was so horrible. It was horrible.
That's sad.
I know. All right, let's change the subject. Let's change the damn subject. Oh, Lisa's out lifting right now.
Lifting weights?
Yeah. No, lifting. LYFTing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But I'm a horrible driver.
Yeah, you're a bad driver.
Yeah.
Cynthia said, it's like when we were young, they preached stranger danger when likely you would be sexually assaulted by a relative or someone you knew. Exactly, Cynthia. Exactly. Yeah, stranger danger was a big deal.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
But then everyone also was like, be polite. But don't talk to strangers, but be polite. And it's like, which is it?
Oh, and then take us trick-or-treating and knock on people's doors and ask for free food.
Right. But then they go make you hug your weird third cousin.
Right. Hug your weird third cousin. I remember, and it sucks too having girls, because you worry about that stuff so much. Not saying it can't happen to boys, but you worry about it so much more with girls.
Yeah.
Okay, good night, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle.
Mary Lou said, I bought a little plaque that says, I know how it's going to end. One of my kids will unplug my life support to charge their phone.
That's hilarious. That would be Nate.
It'll be you! Shut up!
Nate's gonna want to play his Xbox or something. Or he'll accidentally do it and be like, oops, sorry.
Sorry.
And then we'll yell and be like, oh my god, I thought it was the light. I have to switch the light. Guys.
Guys. Oh my heavens, that's hilarious. Well, they certain. I'm not giving my children any incentive to kill me off young. So I'm spending all my money now while I'm alive, so that they don't have any incentive to get an inheritance.
Thanks.
No problem. Spend it all.
Yep. Live fast, die young.
Live fast, die young. That's right. I had to make my own money. You can make your own. Oh my gosh. Do you know what my dad told? Oh, you do know what my dad told me.
What?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys this one last... April, true. Switch subjects from death to sexual abuse. Yeah. Right. It's real dark in here tonight.
9/11.
Yes. Oh, April, yeah. We're really, we're pretty dark in here tonight. Okay, one more funny story, and then I'm gonna let you guys go because our friends are waiting for us. Okay, so I was talking to my dad at our party, and my dad, he's retired now, but he just recently retired, and he was a combustion engineer. And if you don't know what that is, he was a boiler maker. He made and serviced boilers, like for heating purposes. And he bought, when him and my stepmom got married when I was 5, they bought a 10-acre parcel of land out in the country, and with the intention of building their dream house. So they, along with me, when I was little, wrote up the plans and took them to an architect and had the, the drawings made up and everything. My dad went and got his builder's license. So he had to take some classes and get a certification so he could be the general contractor or whatever. And my dad, with his own 2 hands, built their house. And it is a gorgeous house. It is an absolutely stunning house on a beautiful piece of property. And it is their dream house. It took several years because they were both working, when he was building it. It took them several years to build it. They lived in a mobile home that was on the property while they built it. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous house. So we were talking, and Emily was here that day of the party. And my dad says, we were talking about the fact that my aunt who lives in Australia, and I've told you guys about her before. She's the one who raises her own sheep and shears the wool and spins it and goes to market and makes jams and jellies and has chickens and ducks and goats and everything. Anyway, she is my dad's older sister, and she's recently retired, and they decided that they couldn't care for the big farm anymore, so they sold the farm and moved to a suburb. And so my dad was talking about how they were adjusting to suburban life after being farmers for so many years. And, we were talking about getting older and having to maintain a big property and stuff like that. And so my dad says that when he passes, he's going to give his house to Emily.
Yeah, and guess who's getting my grandma's house too? Emily. My dad's putting Emily in his will for that house.
And I was like,
why is she getting all these big houses?
I was like, excuse me, I am your only child.
Yeah.
I'm your only child. Why wouldn't you give me your house?
I know.
I was a little bit upset about that.
Everything.
She does get everything. I was a little upset about that.
And I'm here living in squalor.
She lives with me, so thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Maddy. That
makes
makes me feel better about my life.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I've said that for the past 10 years.
Oh, okay. That you live
or when
in squalor.
I lived by myself because I wouldn't ask Dad for money for a while.
Right.
And he was always buying new trucks, and I always say, Dad, I'm here living in squalor. And he's like, stop it.
Except you always had his credit card. So that was your choice to live in squalor.
I was too proud. I had scurvy.
I know that you told me that, and I did not know that. Because at that time, you still had a meal plan from Wayne State.
No, that was my first apartment. I didn't have a meal plan anymore. And I worked at the bar on the weekend, so I would just eat there and just rice.
Oh, God. Oh, Cynthia, you're giving your son all your diamond paintings are his inheritance? Exactly.
Yeah, what are we going to do with all this?
Well, here's the thing. Jeff and I were talking about that recently. And he's like, what am I going to do with all this shit when you die? He said, when you die, I'm just going to back into the driveway with a big dumpster, and I'm just going to throw it all out. And I said, you better not. I started to say there are thousands of dollars worth of crafts in there, but then I stopped myself. I'm like, do I really want him to know that? Is that something I really want to be sharing?
Just donate them.
No, I told him to give them to you.
And I will donate them.
Don't donate them, sell them.
Well, donate them to, like, kids things.
Sell them.
Kids stuff.
It's the closest thing you're going to get to an inheritance.
Well, I'll get this house.
You don't think your brother's going to get this house? We're leaving you out of everything. You're not getting Grandma's house. You're not getting Grandpa Bud's house. You're not getting this house.
You know what? I'm a shadow person.
You're a shadow person. Poor Maddie's not getting anything.
I came up with my friend Harry and I decided we're shadow people because we're in this big group of people and we're trying to chime in and no one listens. And I took a video and I'm like, hey guys, 4 times, and we're just cracking up.
Guys,
the life of shadow people.
Okay, so we're gonna get going, but I'm gonna give you my movie recommendation of the week.
What is it?
Get Out.
Oh yeah, that is scary.
That was a scary, stinking movie.
Also, my movie recommendation of the week is that movie we watched a couple weeks ago with Tom, A Man Called Otto.
We talked about that already. We already gave them that recommendation.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
All right, everybody. You guys all take care. I will not be live next Saturday because I will be in Texas at the Lone Star Retreat. But I will see you when I get back. And I hope you have a nice couple of weeks. And thanks for hanging with us. It was great to see everybody. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.